G'day folks. Well, this is just a little unofficial update of the Hilux 253 rear mount turbo build that we're still chipping away with. We've got it pretty close now where we want to sort of dummy the motor into the engine bay. We've got the conversion, bell housing conversion, and yeah, we're very close. We're probably in the next sort of day or two, or by the end of the week, we'll have it sitting in there, and we'll be able to have a fiddle around with the engine mounts, and we'll go from there. But exciting times. I must say though, my son has showed incredible patience. It's a testament to him. He hasn't lost the plot on it. He's been really good, and it's really nice, you know, because this is quite a in-depth build, and he wants to do it right, and that's nice. Like I said, we're in no hurry. I'll do an official update when the motor's sitting in there, around about a week's time, I think. But he's got a nice area now to work on, and it's great. He loves it. So that's fantastic. All right, guys. Well, oh God, I've started putting the motor back together. I've got the crank in, and I ran into some trouble. I've got all the conrods or pistons in, all sort of bolted up and ready to, well, go on the next stage. And I thought to myself, I better check it. I better just check the clearances with a bit of Plastigauge. And oh my God, guys, I'm so glad I did, because look at this. Never trust your machinist. I'm not going to mention any names. He's not a bad machinist. He is a good machinist. But guys, if you ever get any machine work done, and even though they've checked your bearings or your clearances, and check them again, because you just never know. Look what we've got here, guys. We're lucky to have, oh, look at that, a thou clearance. Oh, it's crazy. What's happened, I'll tell you what, guys, I'll tell you what the story is. I checked my, look, ages ago when I ordered my crank, I got the bearing kit to suit for the mains and the conrods. I checked the main bearings, and they came in around sort of the 2.5-ish thou clearance. I was happy with that and left it at that. But I did check a bearing on the conrod, and I had around sort of, around 3,000s. Now, I wasn't sort of real excited about that sort of clearance, and I thought, well, when I send it all in to get it all, the crank balanced, and you know, the bit of machine work on or to machine it down to accept the Neo seal and this and that, I thought, well, I'll get them to check the clearances for the conrods. Well, they reckon it was 4,000s, the standard bearings, the Federal Moguls that I got with the kit. And I was really shooting for around sort of 2.5, 3 max. And they said it was 4,000. So what we were going to do, pick up some 1 thou, what would you call it, oversize or whatever, 001, so they're a thou thicker. And that would reduce the clearance to get me back to around sort of the 3,000s. Well, I thought, oh, fantastic, great. I get home, start assembling it, and I was on the last piston, on number 8, and I thought, I better check it. Look, I better check it, just for the sake of it. And I had a tiny little bit of Plastigauge left, and it read the same, around about 1 thou, or 1.2 to be precise. And I thought, oh, hang on a minute. So I checked this one here as well, and it's the same. So we've got a problem. I rang up the fella in town, the machinist, and I said, look, we've got an issue, and what can you do? What can you do? So what I'm going to do, I haven't got any actual Plastigauge on me. I was only talking to my friend a couple of hours ago, and he's got a little bit, and I'm going to pop the standard bearings in and do another check on it again and see how we're going, and just see where we are and what we're up against, because at the minute we're only got a thou clearance on the 1 thou oversize bearing over the standard, and that's just unacceptable. You can't run that. That's just crazy. You really need, in my application, no less than 2. I wouldn't even entertain the thought, but around the 2.5 to 3 thousandths. That's what I'm sort of aiming for. So I'll pop the standard bearing in, see where we go with that, and I'll go from there. But geez, guys, I'm so thankful I picked it up. You know, just decided to check it. I probably put too much faith into the machinist. He does beautiful work, but look, you know, you can make mistakes. I'm not blaming him. We're all humans at the end of the day. And what I'm trying to say is, guys, and I've had a huge wake-up call over this one, check, check, check. So even though your machinist says everything's fine, your bearings, run the Plastigauge over it. I know it's a crude way of doing it, but at the end of the day, that's all you've got, is just peace of mind. So I've picked this up, thank goodness, and I can sort of rectify it now. It's no big deal. It's no big deal. I'm not panicking over it. I'm going to fix it, and you know, I'll hunt down, if these other bearings are too loose, again, I'll find the correct bearings. But geez, I'm so thankful that I picked up on it, because that would have just ended in disaster, guys. It really was. So lesson learnt. The old saying is, cut twice. No, not cut twice. Measure twice, cut once. You don't cut twice, guys, and measure once. All right, folks. Well, there's a little update on it for now. Once I get it all sort of checked over again and all buttoned up, I'll get the cam in. I'll fluff around with the oil pump, and I'll show you the pickup and all that sort of on that phase of it, and we'll go from there, guys. But whew, I think we dodged a bullet on that one, folks. Very, very lucky. So I'll pop another one up soon, guys. Catch you later.